guys, what's up? It's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. If you could like and subscribe my videos so you can keep up for future ones. I am new to YouTube, so I'm kind of trying to figure all this out. So if you like my videos, I do paranormal and eventually I want to get into makeup. So if you like those kind of videos, please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'm going to try to upload every Monday and Wednesday of every week. Whether or not that happens, since I'm kind of getting new to YouTube, I will keep you guys updated. Definitely follow me on social media, on my Twitter account and my Instagram account. Today I have a paranormal story for you guys. This one's kind of crazy, so grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever you guys want to do, grab something, and let's go ahead and get started. So a little backstory about me is that I am 24, so I've had my gifts probably ever since I was little, but I really didn't zone into them until I was about 15, I want to say. So I've learned to kind of like figure out what my gifts are, clairvoyant and clairaudience. So I actually see spirits, I hear them, I can sense vibrations from people. I'm an empath. So that's pretty cool, but it can be stressful, very tiring. The story that I have for you guys today is actually a paranormal story. So it's about my friend. We're no longer friends anymore. We kind of fell off, and we're just going to refer to her name as Lily and then her friend's name as Anne. So the story that I have for you today is about the call. It's actually, I wasn't there. So a call that I received from her one evening. So if I look down, I'm looking at notes, so I apologize. It did happen 4 years ago, so I am not 100% sure on everything. I'm going to try to include as much detail as I can. Like I said, it did happen 4 years ago, 4 or 5, so it's hard to kind of remember everything. So this story, backstory of the house, of the information that she gave me. So the house is maybe built in the 1900s, so it was an old home. Probably creepy, probably one of the stereotypical houses on TV that you see. Like I said, I never went to it, so I'm not 100% sure what the house looked like. But one evening, I was with a friend of mine, and she had called me. I was just about to go to sleep, and I'm a very heavy sleeper. So she called me one night, and I don't know how in the world I woke up to it, because my volume wasn't up very much. So there's really no way I would have heard it, but something, almost like something woke me up to help her. So she called me one evening, and I believe at the time it was Lily, Anne, their children living with them, and I think their boyfriends at the time, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that, but the place that we're referring to is about an hour away from us, from where I live. So the children were being affected too, which really hurt me because that's not cool to affect children, especially with the paranormal too. Not cool to affect them. And I think they were, at the time, Lily's son was like 1 and Anne's son might have been 2 or 3. So they were young. I don't remember their ages, but they were young. So, and they had explained it to me that they would look up in a direction, like that they were looking at something like up towards the ceiling and looking around and stuff. So that was kind of weird. And then another part that has to do with my gifts is that I can see vision. So like before she even told me this, I could see what was going on before she just asked me those questions. And so I would be like, are you hearing footsteps? Yes. Are you hearing growls? Yes. Are you seeing the lights turn off and on? Yes. Different noises? Yes. So I knew what was going on before she even told me. I don't know how that's possible, but I did. It's almost like I saw a vision of like that I actually went into her home and saw it happen before she told me about it. So there's probably a lot of more things that happen within the time span that are a lot more things asked before the time span of the time that we were on the phone for, which I'll get to here in a second. So one of the things is, I think it was Anne's brother who was involved in a horrible accident. So the car flipping, this kid could have died from the accident, but miraculously he didn't. So, like I said, vision. So I get vision. So I saw almost him, a vision being standing back from the accident and seeing the accident happen. So I actually saw the car flipping. And so then I saw this almost like a guardian angel coming down and then pulling him out of the car after the car accident and wrapping their white wings around the kid who was involved in the accident. And whenever she told me that he walked away with no cuts, no bruises, no scrapes, I mean, that's miraculous. This kid should have been dead, basically. So another thing is that she would ask me about is, for some reason, a tattoo came up about. I think it was a memorial tattoo for one of Anne's friends or something. I'm not 100% sure. But it came up the discussion, and I said, well, does the tattoo include a butterfly with purple wings or writing or whatever it may have been? She said, yeah, that has to do with it. I don't know how we got on the subject about a tattoo, but we did. That's just kind of confirming my beliefs, or my gifts that I have. But the craziest thing about the whole story, the main point, is that when she called me, it felt like 20 minutes on the phone. Like we had been talking for 20 minutes. No, when I looked down at the phone, it was like 2 hours. Like 2 hours we had been on the phone. Where did I go for 2 hours? It was almost like I traveled somewhere and saw all this stuff. But because I don't remember ever being in the room besides talking to her. I don't know what happened, but I don't remember being in the room talking to her on the phone. Maybe I traveled somewhere, or I don't even know, like, how that's possible. But all I know is that we were on the phone for only 20 minutes, but in reality it was 2 hours. The old house that she had lived in, I told her that she needed to get out. The person who was there, I believe it was a man who was haunting the building. He was not good. So he was a dark energy, very dark energy. Like he was disguising himself. A lot of people don't realize that spirits can disguise themselves as things. So you may think that something's a fine spirit whenever in reality it's not, and you need to leave. But again, I told her, she needed to get out of that place, because the person who was there, the spirit that was there, was not good, and they wanted to harm them. Eventually they ended up leaving, but I think they had to live there for like a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere around there. So I think every time she would come around me after she lived there, because she would occasionally come down and visit me, it was just bad vibes off of her, really bad vibes. Like she was changing, basically. Like she was a really nice person, very sweet. And then whenever she lived at this house, when she would come down, she would get angry very easily. Things would set her off, just all kinds of things. So I know that house affected them. But that's basically my paranormal story, one of my paranormal stories. I have many, many more, but I thought this one was pretty cool to tell you guys. If you guys know why, by some weird chance, that almost it felt like, 20 minutes when in reality was 2 hours, you guys can leave that in the comment. Just go ahead and like and comment on this video and subscribe if you would. Just tell me how your day's going. But that's basically going to conclude this video. Remember to go ahead and subscribe to me. I will put out more paranormal videos. Hopefully I'm going to be uploading on Mondays and Wednesdays. Thank you guys so much. Have a good evening.